Hey, my name is Melissa. I'm a West Virginia native that has actually been living in Pennsylvania for the last 17 years. However, West Virginia is still the place I call my home and where my heart is. I'm getting ready to celebrate my 20th wedding anniversary with my husband. We have two lovely teenage daughters. I'm a nurse. I love to cook, and I like to hike outside with my dog. I've been asked to share a life experience that has shaped me. I'd like to start on a positive note. So if I think of a positive life experience that has shaped my life the most, it would be traveling to other countries. I've had the amazing opportunity through Libera to visit Scotland and Iceland, and it was an amazing adventure that changed how I viewed my life for the better. On the flip side of that, if I talk about an event that so negatively affected me that it pervaded nearly every aspect of my life from its start until, really present day. I was bullied during grades 3 through 6 in elementary school. The bullying was focused on my weight. Looking back, my parents, I don't believe they were ever counseled by a physician that I was overweight, and looking at pictures, I didn't look any different than the other kids. But somehow those children picked up on my insecurities, and I got the new nickname Moo Moo Melissa. And it would start as soon as I entered the school, often sitting alone at lunch and recess, and go through the day, and then on my bus ride home, it was chanted over and over again for about 40 minutes on the bus ride home. I know it may not seem that tragic, but to me it was insidious and slowly changed how I viewed myself. I internalized all this, and over time, it had a sort of snowball effect. This lack of love for myself, lack of respect for myself, led me to make many self-sabotaging decisions. I so desperately wanted to be accepted. I entered into relationships with men who didn't value me. I attempted to fill the void with food, substances, alcohol. I suffered with poor body image, fad dieting, and bulimia for nearly 10 years. I suffered from depression, anxiety, and suicidal thought. And even through this, I managed with the grace of God to make it through high school and college, marry, have a family. But it still stayed with me. So fast forward some 20 years, and I found myself sitting on a Libera bus, surrounded by comfy pillows and warm glow of lanterns of light that hung above us and friendly faces. And during that 6-week period, I started my journey towards healing. I heard something during those sessions that was deeply transformative. I heard for the first time that I had actually been through trauma, and that possibly many of these bad decisions I made through my life were because of it, because I was in pain, not because I was broken or bad or dirty. I was listened to and not judged. I explored many of the lies that I had been living through in my life, my biggest being that I'm not good enough exactly the way I am. And here my life started to change when I started to accept myself, and I began to truly live when I began to love myself. If I, could look back and think of anything I would have done differently, I would have sought help quicker. Back then, going to a therapist really wasn't heard of. I was told by my parents, God love them, but to ignore them, ignore the bullies, or fight them, really. I wish I would have sought help before those thoughts of self-doubt really took seed in my mind. I want you to understand that bullying is very serious. Reach out to someone who can help you. Don't just try to suffer through. Look for the helpers. If you've done everything you can to resolve the situation and nothing has worked, please reach out for help. Parents, teachers, counselors, principals, school administration. And lastly, I just want to leave you with this. I would say to wholeheartedly, passionately, and unapologetically love yourself. Love and accept the beauty and uniqueness that is you. Thank you.